Once upon a time, there were 3 very curious kittens who lived in a little house with a big yard. One day, while exploring the yard, they discovered something very strange. It was a tiny chick, no bigger than a ping-pong ball, and it was all alone and very scared. The kittens had never seen anything like it before. They didn't know what it was, but they knew it needed help. The chick was trying to chirp its way out of the tall grass, and the kittens wanted to help. So the 3 kittens, with the chick in the middle, started their journey through the tall grass to find its home. At first, the chick was too afraid to move, but as soon as the kittens started to purr, it felt safe enough to take a tiny step forward. Then another chirp. The kittens stopped and looked around. They didn't understand what the chick was trying to tell them, but they knew it wanted to go home. As they continued their journey, they faced many small challenges in this big world. They had to cross a puddle. They had to avoid a garden hose. But every time the chick got scared, the kittens would jump in and help. They finally reached the end of the yard, but there was no sign of the chick's home. Just then, a grumpy squirrel appeared and started to scold them for being in his tree. But the kittens just kept looking for the chick's home until the squirrel stopped them and said, "You're not gonna believe this. But I saw your little friend earlier. He went that way," and with that, the squirrel disappeared. The kittens took off in the direction the squirrel had pointed to, and after a while, they heard a familiar chirp. It was the chick. It had gotten stuck under a bush and was too scared to get out. The kittens jumped in and with some gentle nudges, they got the chick out from under the bush. Then they all looked up and saw a big, scary dog. The kittens quickly ran behind the chick, who was now too scared to move. But then one of the kittens had an idea. They started to meow very loudly, and the dog, thinking there was a cat in trouble, ran in the opposite direction. When the coast was clear, the kittens and the chick started to walk again. This time, the chick walked in front of the kittens, and when it stopped, they knew they had arrived at its home or maybe a new home. The other animals in the coop didn't seem to mind the new addition, and the kittens were happy to see that the chick was safe. From that day on, the 3 kittens were the best friends with the little chick, and they all lived happily ever after.